situations that smoothed out issues, maybe legality issues, like taking students out of school or people going into school, and you know, making that more fluid, which is kind of what we just touched on in this other conversation, like that. I would like to see that more fluid in the learning network, you know, the school, formal school versus informal, but how have we smoothed that out in the community?
We have not figured that out yet. In Chicago, we have very close conversations with the mayor's office. There's this great technology officer, John Bullock, who is very interested in this practice of learning. And so we've approached him about helping us talk about ABA. So at least if nothing else, be able to do fair during all year round for kids, because right now it's not during the school year, so in the summer they still have to pay, and it also expires at a certain time of day. So we're pushing those conversations, the issues of safety, we haven't figured it out entirely. Right now the partners that are engaging where they bridge kids from their schools into a program like the Advocate, they actually fund buses to make that happen.
Wow.
It's very efficient, but the location is, of course, harder to use for transport in some cases. So I don't think we have a model there yet, but we are absolutely in Chicago because we have some people in key roles who are very interested in seeing us use these ideas and how we consider platforms of learning are very much on board with helping us figure out transportation safety and really get, 40 was for you can't, fund just getting around the city.
One of the things we're hoping to do with using the city as sort of a learning platform is to break down some of those barriers. And so there's a lot of research that is being conducted currently or starting up, trying to launch this year for those interested in that, is conducting some research within the Hive about the trajectories of interest for youth and the pathways that they can take. And so these pathways get truncated with these barriers that come up with a school, out of school time, or something in a different borough that they can't get to. And so this is a critical issue that we have to solve, because for many of the youth, when they get on that conveyor belt of interest, it's like we got to keep them on that, or they'll go off to a bunch of other things. The other piece is to look at it statistically and have enough stuff going on within the network that wherever they go, they're still in the network. So it's kind of two different approaches that you can take. We have a question here, one in the back, and then
I'll make it really quick. So the next round is funding for research to look at the efficacy of these programs at the community studies in New York. Is that going to be just within the existing Hives, and looking at research that maybe it's groups or institutions there?
Dr. Carly Leisman is here. She can tell you a little bit about our research approach.
Well, it sounds like you're also doing some other funding, but we currently are working on the Learning Network of Colleges and Pathways project, which is funded by MacArthur in conjunction with Richard Airman at NYU, and also working with a bit of a connected learning focus here too. So it sounds like what you're talking about is something different. So we're also looking at advocacy approach. So
there you go.
We want to collaborate.
I got to about the geography too. In other words, are you looking at anyone in the country possibly apply, or is it just within? Have you done this?
So we've been running the grant program for 13 months. We have issued 4 RFPs, and we haven't written the research one yet, so I can't really answer that question. We're like going like this, so stay tuned. I think we would probably put it up on the DML Collaboratory. But if you're interested in knowing more about it, please give me your card afterwards, and we'll put you on the list.
We've got room for 2 more questions, one in the back and then another one in the back.
Hi, I'm Andrea Wood from Best Buy Foundation, and Chris and I were talking this morning about the potential expansion of Hive networks across the U.S. and maybe in other countries as well. What's the plan for that? I know Chris said it takes a significant initial investment to get these going, and that sounds like it needs dedicated staff to keep it going and keep it running. Are there plans for doing that?
Well, I think there's sort of 2 pathways that are emerging. One, if there's a funder that wants to step up and underwrite it at a large level, then that will obviously get things going, the kids, so to speak. But there's also the building the momentum and interest in a more grassroots way that then can generate funding interest and see that there's already momentum and a culture and a network that's emerging through sort of more traditional network style practices. So I think there's both of those strategies are being teased out, and as it rolls out in new locations, we'll kind of both of those will probably be what's activated. So in localities where there's a strong funder who this resonates with and can build that from the core out, that will happen. But in places where the energy and activity is really the organizations, the educators, the school systems, whoever the stakeholders are, who start to come together and organize, sort of bootstrap ways, then that can be the attractor for money. So I think at this sort of replication stage, we're looking to sort of incubate both those models.
Final question, last second.
Yes, my name's Ben with M2 Teach. One thing you haven't mentioned about funding is the social entrepreneurial aspect, the impact investing, the L3Cs, and the B corporations, where there's a whole hybrid methodology of really funding and staffing it well with outside monies from the marketplace.
Yes, we have nothing from that.
Any feedback? Has anyone looked at that or looked at alternative?
I don't have a specific answer to that, but only to say that there's an interest from in Chicago from the University of Chicago Blue School that has a multi-entrepreneurial and social ventures fund, and they're very much interested in participating in Hive. I'm not sure exactly how. They certainly have a lot of great ideas. But in terms of the funding models and how those would be strategized within the Chicago Community Trust, there is not a specific strategy.
Okay.
But this is our we're out of time.
This is a really quick one.
How
would I find out about other organizations in my area interested in forming Hive? Forming a Hive collaborative.
You're looking at start that conversation in your area. See, get the group of people together to discuss and talk about what the opportunities might be.
So, Mike, then I'm going to toss it back to you. Do you know of people in the Bay Area who are interested? How do I find them?
Let's talk about that after.